right, cutting across to some breaking news coming in from the United States, where an intruder alert has been sounded at Usha Vance and JD Vance's home. Shots allegedly fired as well at the US Vice President's Ohio home. Secret Service has nabbed the suspect running from the scene. An intruder in Secret Service's custody as we speak. But this is a major lapse, as at the Vice President's house, an intruder, shots were fired, an intruder was spotted. He's now in custody. Let me cut across to my colleague Pranay to bringing us more updates on this. Pranay, what exactly happened?
Sonal, what we are learning that the private house of Vice President JD Vance and Usha Vance, the second lady of the United States, their private house has, Secret Service has found that some of the windows of that house has been smashed. They saw a person running eastbound, and then he was, he was arrested. The matter is still under investigation, but this is a serious breach of security in the security detail of Vice President JD Vance, because he was there, just hours ago. In the private house in Ohio. This incident happened in Cincinnati, the East Walnut Hills house of Vice President JD Vance. And, now Secret Service and the local police authorities are investigating the case, that how did that individual reach up to the, the proximity of that house, and how if he fired at it, because it was allegedly, he fired at that the residence of JD Vance and Usha Vance. And now he's under custody. The person is being investigated. However, the details about the individual has not been shared as yet, that who this individual is and how did he approach, how did he reach in that close proximity to the private residence of Vice President JD Vance.
Okay, but Pranay, you're saying at the time of the incident, the Vice President and the Second Lady were not there, but they were in the same house just hours earlier.
Absolutely, Sonal, and that's why it's considered as a more serious breach in the security of Vice President JD Vance. They have, they have left that house. It's a private residence of Vice President JD Vance. You know that he has served as an Ohio governor, and Cincinnati's, East Walnut Hills house is their private residence. Vice President JD Vance, his wife Usha Vance, and kids were there, and they have left that place in some hours ago. And after that, this incident, in any case, the private residence of the constitutional post holders are also a secured premises, because it's their private property, and Secret Service guards there. And in fact, the Secret Service only informed the local police authorities that they have, they have apprehended a person, and that person is being investigated now. As I said, that the identity of that individual has not been shared as yet.
Right. So we can confirm to our viewers, Pranay, that this happened at the private residence of the Vice President. He was not in the house. His family was not in the house as well. They have escaped. No harm to life or no injuries, or nothing happened. There's only been damage to the property.
Absolutely, Sonal. There's only a damage, and Secret Service, noticed that some of the window pans were smashed. They were, there were some gunfire, allegedly some gunfire, what were heard, and thereafter they identified a person running eastbound, and then he was apprehended.
Yeah, you can see the bullet marks in those pictures over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is a serious breach that, in the security and the close perimeter of that house, because that property is guarded by the Secret Service. And this incident happened at around 12:15 a.m. So, past midnight, this incident happened. Some individual reached up to that house. What exactly is the motive, and how did that person reach in the close proximity of that house? That is still under investigation. And the local police authorities in Cincinnati, they are also investigating, and Secret Service is also involved in it. A detailed statement from the Secret Service is also expected, today.
All right, so no harm there to the Vice President or his family, but they were in that same house moments before this happened. You can clearly see gunshots in that window pane, which is now being looked into by the police. The person who did it, the suspect, is now under custody. We'll know more as the day progresses. A very serious breach there at the house of the Vice President of the United States. Thanks, Pranay, for bringing us all those details.